friends, Paula here. Welcome back to my channel, The Flavorful Home, and welcome back to my crafty desk. If you're new, welcome. I hope you find something inspiring here and that you may even consider subscribing. I'm actually early with my Saturday morning makes because this weekend, well, I'm early recording it. It will post Saturday morning. We're going away to Wisconsin for a wedding, and that's a state I've never been to, so I'm excited for that. I will tell you what I'm not excited for, the plane ride. I haven't been on a plane in probably 10 years, and I didn't like flying before, and when you don't fly in a long time, you like it even less. But if you want to go places, you have to get with flying, so I need to just deal with it. Anyway, for those that don't know, Saturday Morning Makes is the lovely creation, wonderful creation of Jill Norwood over at Greenwood Girl Cards, and I'll put a link to her YouTube. She has, I want to say it's a year and a half now. Every Saturday she shares art, and she wonderfully calls it heart with the A-R-T capitalized. Makers from all over are participating in this collaboration. You don't have to have a YouTube channel. You could do it over at Instagram. Just do hashtag SatMornMakes, all one word, lowercase. Not only participate, but search that hashtag. It is wonderful. All different kinds of creators, needlepoint, knitters, bakers, watercolor artists, stampers, paper crafters, you name it. And it's such a great collab that she has gotten the ball rolling on. So I do encourage you to seek out Satmorn Makes and check out Jill's channel below. Now, I had shared this slimline card in my previous video, and at first I was a little intimidated because it's a lot of space. They're 3.5 wide by 8.5 long. Quick tip, they fit in business envelopes, regular business envelopes. So you don't have to have a special envelope for it unless you really pump it up with dimension. But once I started going, I was okay. I did my little stamps, my Martha Stewart punch stamps, my Martha Stewart punch. I've had this probably since 2006 or 2007. I think it was QVC that I got it when she was on, and it was a different punch every month, and it was a set of them. And so I did that in the corners, and I cut this out with my silhouette. And just a heads up, like, this is a silhouette cut. 95% of my cuts are on my silhouette. And I really liked the way it came, and so I said, I'm gonna try one landscape. And I love the way this one came too. This is paper from my die cut with a view stack. I'm gonna show it to you. Some of you may even have it. This, I've had this stack. Oh my word. Let me see if I could find a year. 2012, folks. 2012. That's how long I've had this stack. And as I said before, I'm trying to not buy because I need to eliminate what I have. And so I popped it up on foam tape. This is the foam tape I use. As a matter of fact, I'll be going to Scrapbook Expo with my most wonderful daughter, Sophia. We go every year. It's a tradition. and I will be buying more because I'm up to my last unopened package. And so I cut it a little smaller, obviously, kind of scuffed it up with my Tim Holtz Distress tool. I did a little bit of purple and a little bit of black inking. These, I'll show you this one because it's a little larger. It's a cut from my silhouette, a rosette or medallion, whatever you want to call it, and I just made it, because this was too big, I made it a little smaller. And these are print and cuts from my silhouette, and I also cut out a plain white. There's two ways to do this. Obviously you do it in your with the registration marks, so it'll follow the outside of the image, and you print up your image, it cuts it out, and then I cut it just plain white paper so that I can pop it up on dimensional tape as well, just to give it a little bump. And this was a banner cut from my silhouette, and I just I think it's called Chiller, this font, and wrote Trick or Treat, and it all printed up on my printer, and then I put it on the mat, and my silhouette does all the work. And what I don't want cut, like I didn't want the words cut, I just hit no cut, so it just cuts all the edges. This was from, oh my, I don't even know how long I've had it. Let me see if I can find them. I don't know who this, Spare Parts, Paper Studio, that's who it is. Okay, so this is Hobby Lobby. I've had this for a long time. I got it from Hobby Lobby. This is my Nouveau Crystal in this color. I don't see it. Does it have the color that it is? Crushed Grape. And so I put that in the corner, and it gives it that dimensional, kind of like these, which are the actual enamel dot embellishments. It gives the same effect, except it's just the liquid in the Nouveau applicator. So I put that in the corner, and I just did little stickles on the hat and on this hat, and on the inside I did the same thing, except I put the spider punch up in the upper corners, and I cut with the oval nesty from my silhouette. And this is this stamp. Where did I get this from? It's oh my gosh, my friends, my eyesight's so bad. Ink. You guys will probably see it better than me. It's right here, and I don't remember where I got it, but it might have been, there was a scrapbook shop in my town, Collective Journey. Used to be Cracker Jacks, then Collective Journey, and now it's closed. But I put that stamp there, and so this is the card I made, the slim line I made going this way. And I really like the way it came. Like I said, because this is dimensional, I can't use a regular business envelope with this. This one I think I could get away with, because even the bow kind of gets pressed flat. This one, no. So I like making slimline cards. I'm debating about it for Christmas. I'm going to think about it. So that's one thing. Then I got to show you this little guy, because I've been having a lot of fun crocheting these little characters. The gal, her Instagram is Blue Rabbit, and her Etsy is Blue Rabbit. And you can download her designs, and I did 2 ghosts, and they were just so cute. And now I did this pumpkin, but look at his little stem and his leaves and his cute little face. And you can do a thread, but I just used a Sharpie because it's just easier for me. And I think he came so cute. He's adorable. And so that's going to be Happy Mail. And then I made this memory-dex card. I welded this on my silhouette. I took my pumpkin shape, I widened it a little, and then first I cut it in white in my heavy cardstock, and then I cut it again in orange and put it on top. And then I did I don't know what you'd call this layer, but this is the layer that has the cutouts, so the darker color shows through. And then I just had some fun layering different things on it. One of my paper rosettes, and I put the orange stickle, and I did the mountain valley fold to give it the dimension. This is a print and cut from my silhouette, and this was actually from a patterned paper that I printed up from one of the autumn papers. I can't remember if it was Echo Park or Carter Bella, but I cut this little one out, and I had I made a little rosette like this, but it's leaves, and this was print and cut, and I put the leaves there. And this was just some, I was making bows, and so I put my extra over here, and I just cut to put some fishtail on it for just a little more detail. And then this, once again, I typed up pumpkin spice, everything nice. I cannot remember what font this was. And then cut it through on this plain, not because this one is the stitched. This is just a plain one. And then I ink it up with my vintage brown and a little orange and ever so slightly with the black, just to give it a nice look. So that's that memory-dex card. And then I made this memory-dex card. I made a shaker candy corn. This was a silhouette cut, and I want to say, let me try to get these guys down first. They call it kawaii. Am I saying it correctly? The kawaii, because if you could see his little happy face and eyes, but it's that cutie kawaii look. And I did about 6 layers. When I use my silhouette, I have to use just heavy cardstock. If I'm using my Big Shot, I could use the foam. All you need is 1 layer, and you have your shaker. But I did have to use, there you go, now you can see his face better. I had to use like 6 layers. And what I did first was I made the cutout, then I put him in the base, stacked it, I put a little glitter on top. This was a print and cut from a set from, I think Echo Park, I'm not 100% sure, but it was cut from my silhouette. This was also, the memory-dex card itself was also silhouette, and I did the thick white cardstock, and then this is also from that Die Cut with a View Halloween stack, and I put that on top. And then I did my crepe paper rosette, and I put, this is the opalescent glitter paint that I'm not a big fan of, but I'm going to use up because I got to be honest. I mean, this is stickles, but I really love that chunky opalescent sparkle that you get from, forgive me, you know my brain don't work right, Glitterific. That's what this one is here. And then I cut a little spider web and I put some more stickles on the spider web. And so I made a cute little Halloween. And these all are from Cartwright sequins, my sequins. And so you have a little candy corn shaker memory-dex card. And I'm happy with how they came out. And they'll be happy now. I don't know that they'll get it in time for Halloween, but I put a little of fall things in there too. And so this is my Saturday morning makes share for this weekend. I hope you like it. Please, please go check it out. You will just love all the inspiration you'll find. If you're a maker, you know we love our inspiration. We crawl through Pinterest and whatnot. So go have some fun and enjoy the creators. Go visit Jill. She's one of the most lovely women you will encounter on social media. And she'll bring a lot of joy to you, peace, and just a sense of well-being. And a lot of the gals do. So please look for Satin One Makes hashtag and have a field day of just feeling good. Alrighty, friends. If you're new, I hope you'll return. Hit the thumbs up. Hit the notification bell. Subscribe. Come visit me again. There's always something good going on at the Flavorful Home. Bye-bye now. I'm not going to say goodbye without. Till next time, go create something wonderful. Now I'll say goodbye to you.